Well. Good evening, good evening, everyone. So happy that you're here this evening. My name is Leslie Montgomery. You are tuned in to LKM Kingdom Living, Leslie's Lesson Learn. And tonight we're going to be talking about, um, sorry, I just realized I didn't bring something up. So, are you ready for, what is it? Are you ready? Ooh, don't
Are
want to
you
get.
ready for
Are
the
you
next?
ready for the next chapter in your life? Yes. So, we're gonna get started. So, as I was saying earlier, my name is Leslie Montgomery, and we're so happy to have you here. Those that are on later, thank you so much. We're going to have a good time tonight, just talking about retirement. Frida and I had been given an assignment by Alicia Johnson to talk about retirement because someone on the line, Alfreda, feels like she needs to be doing so much more than what she's doing for retirement. And I said to her, stop saying you need something. I said, you're never home. You're always here. You're always there. You're always going there. I said, I don't know what else you need for retirement. So we're going to talk about it tonight, retirement. And each one of these ladies have a different story about what they're doing after retirement. And I think that it's really good that we have a variety of different stories. My cousin Valerie, yes, my real cousin. Valerie is in the house today, and we're so excited. We watch her um, every day. Oh, doing something uh, pertaining to retirement. And one of the things that she has done that really surprised me was that she started. I shouldn't probably say that, but she does a lot with the nursing, not the nursing home, the senior citizens, and she's been queen twice and with them, and she's going to talk about all those things and how she started. We have Teresa Buxton, which is no stranger to any of us, but she's on, and she retired from work to start her own business. So we have a variety. Then we have my sister Linda, who has worked 100 years and now retired, enjoying her retirement. We have Alfreda that was in the school district for many, many years and now retired. So I'm just pleased to be on here today with them and all those that have joined us. Thank you. Greetings. Oh Lord, I almost started preaching. Greetings. So happy that you're here this evening. And if you did not take a moment to hit that like sign, subscribe, or share, please do so. You see it rolling across the screen, and at any time, please hit it so that the algorithm could keep going and that people could know that we're here and what we're doing. So I want to get started. I had been given an assignment along with Alfreda to put this together. This will not be the only one. On the 22nd, we have a group from the church I came from in Philadelphia. Three of us used to work in the office together. Alfreda will also be on there, and we'll be talking about retirement and what that looks like for us. And then I'll have my cousin Donald from Hawaii, Dr. Donald Thomas, on, and Leslie Barnes, and they'll be talking about preparing for retirement. So we'll be talking a little bit about retirement here because so many of us are. That's upon us. Some of the young people like, oh, retirement. Yeah, you might get there one day. So as we get started tonight, we're going to start with my cousin Valerie. And Valerie, can you move up some? You look, you, yeah, you real, like you said, it's following you.
Can you see me a little bit better now?
Yeah, Val. Now
Yes.
we grew up together in
Yes.
New York, and then when we moved to Jersey, they would come to Jersey, and we just grew up together.
Yes.
And families today are so different than they were then.
Mm.
You know, we that was the thing. Now it's like our children really don't know their
Each other.
family,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So her mom and our mom. No, is it our mom?
Mm-hmm. Your
Yeah,
mother's a
I
first
wonder. Wait
cousin.
a minute, our grandmama or our
Well,
mom, first
wait.
first cousins, right?
Our
Yeah,
grandmothers are sisters. So
right.
yeah.
And they were first cousins, and then here we are, second
Yeah.
cousins.
Yeah.
So Val, we're gonna start with you, y'all. I'm not saying anything, but she sent me this message. Told me give her 15 minutes. Can she tell her testimony, and can she go first? So we gonna let her go first. Miss, talking about she gets shy. I wish some of you would uh, just follow her on Facebook and see how shy she is. Val, somebody also asked me, she gonna have her glasses on tonight? I said, I don't know.
Oh
She might.
no. No, I left my metas upstairs. No, no, no.
So, Val,
Yes.
tell us how you came to the place to be in retirement first.
Okay, when you first called me and said, I want you to talk about retirement. And I was like, but Leslie, I wasn't ready to retire. So I have to give you a backstory on my retirement because everybody is not prepared to retire at a certain time. So I retired and for after working 28 years in the substance abuse field, I retired in 2016. Um, and it's not because I was ready. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to rewind and I wanna get something right. In 2013, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called myasthenia gravis. Now, I'm going to give you a little, for those who are not familiar, this is based on the National Institute of Health. This is the clinical diagnosis. Myasthenia gravis is a chronic autoimmune neuromuscular disease that causes weakness in the skeletal muscles that worsen after periods of activity and improves after periods of rest. These muscles are responsible for functions involving breathing and moving parts of the body, including the arms and legs. Forgive me, I get emotional when I talk about my diagnosis because that's why I had to retire. I would be in work 6 months, out work 6 months, in the hospital 2 weeks, not in the hospital. So the doctors were like, stop playing. You have to stop. I didn't listen. I kept on. And it wasn't until I had two near death episodes where my hemoglobin level was a 3. The doctor told me that if I didn't approve a transplant, I would have died. I kept working. Next episode, I would get plasmapheresis where they take out all your blood and they kind of like filter it. I would get that every 3 weeks. One time they almost coded me. My pressure was 34 over 24. After those three near death experiences, I said, like in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. I wasn't going to get to the third strike. So I said, it's time to listen. It's time to listen to the doctors and stop work. So again, in 2016, I stopped work. But again, I really wasn't ready. So I would go back to the job when they had parties for the patients. They would be giving out food and stuff for the patients, Christmas, Thanksgiving. And it wasn't until this one patient said to me that I looked so good. And I said, Dag, what was I looking bad before? And he said, no, it's that we were killing you, meaning the patients, because you cared so much about us that you didn't take care of yourself. So that resonated with me. I said, wow, I need to start focusing on me and doing for me. So again, I stayed home for a little while, pouting, waking up 4 o'clock the same time that I would work. And it wasn't until I was like, okay, you can't just sit at home. You have to do something. So I decided, well, I didn't decide. I ran into a friend of mine that said, come join the senior center. And in my mind, I was like, I'm not joining no senior center. I'm still, young. I'm still, in my 50s, headed 60s. I'm not joining. And she said, well, just come and play bingo one time with us. So I said, okay. That one term turned into 4 years that I've been playing.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, about 4 years that I've been
Wow.
playing bingo with them. And as Leslie said, I was voted senior prom queen twice. and they keep telling me that they're gonna put me in again next year, and I keep fighting with them. I was like, no, have somebody else. So in addition to that, I was part of a volunteer group where we have the Plainfield Senior Volunteers. Whereas when there's different events going on, we go out to the community with the mayor and anybody else that needs a volunteer. We go out and we help them. And it has been one of the most fulfilling things that I have done since retirement. I've also in my church joined Joyful Jumpers. I was hesitant to join because I can't jump. And they said, well, you'll be the cheerleader. So I have a set of pom poms, when they're jumping. I don't do it right now because my knees were bad, but I participate in that. I have if you can see behind me, my babies. I have my 5 grandsons. So I try to do things with them. I started with Chrissy's help, Linda's daughter. I do crafting. So sometimes I'll do t-shirts, cups, mugs. But the main thing I had to learn was I'm gonna say the saying that I always say, I'm retired, not expired.
That's
I
right.
don't have to stop moving. I had to keep telling myself, you have to involve yourself in productive things, and we be it a hobby, be it traveling, be it whatever. But you
And you
just
do it all. You
right, you just
travel. We get, you see her, she's in Las Vegas. She's here, she's there. Um, she's even with the senior group, they be on the bus and they be out. They're always going somewhere. So even with her diagnosis, she hasn't allowed it to stop her. And I think
no
that that is an important, I'm gonna let you
right,
finish. I think that
right,
that's an important thing because so many people have diagnosis, and we know that I don't even know how to say it, but the autoimmune disease, a few people in our family
yes,
have
yes,
that,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes.
and so, but everybody, each one that has it doesn't have the same, right,
Symptoms, right. They
right.
have different symptoms, right. There are a lot of us within the family that do have it, and some of us may have it and never been diagnosed because it was years that I didn't go and get tested.
Mm.
And it wasn't until our first cousin Brenda had myasthenia gravis, but hers was more ocular. And again, I wasn't well versed on the disease to know that it's not just ocular. So she would tell me, oh, go get tested. I would tell her different things were going on with my body. I was feeling weak or this and that. And she would tell me, go get tested. Finally, one day my speech was off. You couldn't hear it, but I could hear it. My legs I would get fatigued real early. And I remember going into that testing, and I never forget it. They had me facing the wall, and the technician was putting the needles in my back and stuff to do the testing. And I kept smelling this perfume. And I'm like, are you wearing perfume? Because I'm smelling happy. Brenda always wore happy. She knew I could not stand happy, but she
One of my
always wore.
favorites.
And it was a
Mm.
sign to let me know she was there in that room with me at that time because the
Mm.
technician told me, I don't have on no perfume. I don't know what you smelling. And when the test
Mm.
results came back, the doctor said, you were your best doctor because I probably would have never tested you for myasthenia gravis if you hadn't insisted.
Mm.
Yeah, and
No.
even with Ashley, and you was like, tell her to get tested for her. Hers is a different um, strand of it. But we can talk about
Yeah,
you, Aunt Julia. We can
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
Um,
George Edward.
yes,
Um,
yes.
uh, um,
Aunt
oh,
Kate had a son too who had
I
it
was
early on.
trying to.
Yeah, yeah, who had it
Mhm.
early on and they didn't know. But I had to learn to listen to my body. I still, as I said, I'm not expired, but I do want to keep moving. So in this, when you're retired and you have an illness, you have to learn to listen to your body. And my body tells me when, okay, you can't do that activity. Your body, you need to sit down and you need to rest. So that was something I had to learn because that wasn't automatic. Because again, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm not really sick, and I'm going to go, I'm going to do, but no, no, I had to listen, and I'm glad I did, and I'm living my best life right now.
Yeah. And you're
Yes.
saying something because of your diagnosis, but it's something that everyone needs to do anything anyway.
Yeah.
Listen to your body. you
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
our body will always tell us, slow down,
Hmm.
rest, something's going on. And it's so important that we all understand that even though you're saying it because of uh, um, something that you have,
Hmm.
we as a people need to take that advice, period.
True.
So let me take a minute, and I just want to welcome my daughters Ashley and Adrian. Anne Marie, thank you so much for being here. Sydney, for being here. All those that are here, thank you so much. Uh, oh, um, Lady Doreen, she's in the UK. Thank you for
Hmm.
being here. Renee, hey Renee. So I just want to greet those that I see and those that I don't see. Listen, if you have not hit the like sign, please hit the like sign, subscribe, and share as we continue on. Put some message, some if you want to ask some questions, put them in the chat so we can get your questions answered. So Valerie, I don't know, uh, you can continue on.
No, I'm good. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this platform to share my story because sometimes people don't know my story.
Right, right. I should have had some pictures up here. You being the queen and in the parades and all across the country traveling.
Got my wave.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. But you said something, and I'm going to have you back on to talk about that substance abuse. I want to do something along those lines, and I'm gonna remember that to
Okay.
bring you on for that as well. So I don't know who I want to go to. I'm going to go to Alfreda, Miss Alfreda. We're gonna go to her, and I think she has some questions. But Alfreda,
Yes.
how long you been retired and how's it going?
Uh, Hi
How's
everyone. Thank you.
how's it really going? Not
Oh, I tell you. No, hello everyone.
Hello.
Thank you, Leslie, for allowing me to be on your platform. I really appreciate it. I've been retired as 1 year as January 1st,
okay.
January 5th. I'm sorry. So I'm the baby in the crowd. I'm gonna say that. I'm the baby in the crowd. As far as retirement. But my thing was when I retired last year, last January, I went off running because I had a lot of trips planned.
Mm,
I had a lot of trips planned and had a lot of stuff going on. And so within the half of that year, when everything slowed down, I was home. And it like affected me because I'm a person always on the go, always out. I was always out somewhere doing something. And so when I wasn't going nowhere doing anything, it affected me. I started getting it's like I was stressful. I was getting a little depressed. I said, "Oh no, this is not me. I can't sit here just take naps and watch TV, sit on the couch. That's not me. I ain't like doing nothing. I don't want to do nothing. So I had to my inside and outside wasn't matching. In my mind, I'm saying I'm still 40, but my body was saying I'm 70, my age. So I had to change my mindset to get myself back together, get back on track, to get out the funky mood I was in. So that's when I went to my daughter, and my son-in-law has a business, real estate business. So I went to her and said, "Look, I want to help y'all out a couple days of the week." So that get me out of the house there. I was going to the gym, but I wasn't consistent. You know, I always find some reason or something came up or I didn't feel like doing it. I was just a little depressed. Let's be real about it. Because this is not me. I'm not one to be home. But I had to get used to it either way. I had to get used to it. So that right now, I'm fine. I'm going into this, but like I said, my son-in-law and daughter's bit office, helping them out twice a week. I'm glad of that. Um, I am still traveling when I go someplace. That didn't stop. Now I
So
just got to get back in the gym.
so I think one of the things that is important for you to understand is that you retired. Your body wants to relax. There's nothing wrong with that. Give your body what your body wants. But what she considers, I guess, because she's not traveling all over the world, that she's not doing anything. And she's Linda and Teresa. They're part of their church women's group, and Frida is always supporting and doing something. Frida is, where'd you go? Oh, I had to go to Delaware. Where'd you go? Oh, I went to take so and so and so. That's not someone that's just sitting home. She just came back from, where'd you go with your cousins?
Punta Cana.
Punta Cana. That's not someone that's sitting home with nothing to do. And yes, 2 days a week she started working for her daughter and son-in-law's business. But I want her to understand that retirement does look different for everybody.
Yeah.
Retirement is not the same, but you're not lazy because you take a moment and need to rest because you run all week long. And then your body is saying, chill out, chill out. It's okay to chill out, but you are still enjoying life even though you are retired. So we're gonna hold the questions that you have till the end. But the reason why we're here today is because
Yeah.
of our freedom.
Mm.
And Alicia said, Leslie, you need to do a Leslie's Lessons Learned, you and Alfreda, on retirement. So here we are. This is the first one because of Alfreda. Thank you, Alfreda. So as we go on, you know what? I'm going, just in case she needs to get off early, I'm going to go to my sisters. I'm thinking about it now. And she's enjoying retirement. And we're happy to have you, but let's see how you do.
She'll be fine.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Leslie, for having me. Thank you, Alfreda, for questions you have, because I'm sure you're not the only one that is feeling that way after retirement or has questions. But I had my plan on when I was going to retire. So my plan was that I retired in 2020, so I can't believe this year in September it'll be going on 6 years I've been retired.
Wow.
So I really didn't plan for retirement because, as I said, my plan was I was going to work until I was full Social Security age, and I could continue working and collect Social Security and my paycheck.
Mhm.
That was my plan. But God said no. I knew I was supposed to go in 2020. Like, okay, I'll go in December. And one night, in the middle of the night, early morning, he woke me up. He said, no, you go September. My boss was not happy with me because he was new, and he said, you promised you would stay with me till December. And people were like, I thought you were gonna wait, and what, did you get a word from God or something? I'm like, yeah, because I had my plan. But I didn't know, I hadn't planned for retirement, but God had planned for my retirement. Because when I retired, I was around the same time I retired, I became part of a plant team for a new church. So I didn't have time to just like stop and relax. And then so I became part of that. And then my sister, that one,
I'm looking around. What's this?
got me to be part of this anthology. And so I became part of the anthology and started writing, became a published author, which was something that I never, that I won't say never because I had a book that God had laid on my heart like years ago. And I just kept starting and stopping and starting and stopping. But the anthology kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It sparked that again. And then I joined a journaling group that we're all part of. Valerie is a part of it, 1212, and the Spirit-Led Entrepreneurs Group. And that pushed the book more. So then I ended up self-publishing a book and burned the box and surrender the ashes. And active in the church with the women's group, as you said. And we've done traveling. The beauty is that to be able to pick up and travel, to have a friend of mine called and said, I want to go to Paris in like 3 weeks. And can you go? And I'm like, and the Lord said, why can't you? It's like, yeah. So we had been in Martha's Vineyard. I literally came home from Martha's Vineyard, had 2 days to unpack for that and pack for that trip. And so I'm saying all that to say that, as Leslie said, everybody's retirement is different. I didn't have a plan. God had a plan. I would have never thought all those things were lined up for me to do after I retired. Because you think about, how much your income's going to be cut. But I will say this, people told me 2 things. When you're ready, you'll know. And by the time September got here, the date the Lord, I was ready. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, okay, it's time to go. Administrations were changing. This is all part of it. God knows what's coming down the road. And I wasn't working in substance abuse, but I was working in mental health, forensic, psychiatric mental health. And those type of positions, if you care, can be very draining and traumatic.
Yes.
You see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things. And I always say, I've witnessed some things that nobody should ever have to see. And it stays with you. And I realized 2 years out, I'll say, 2 years out. Let me back up a minute. When I was leaving, I was talking to the employee health officer who had worked for corrections and now he was there. I said, oh, I'm sure in 6 months, I'll feel like myself again. Because you become very guarded in those type of places. And Teresa too. And he said, it's going to take you 1.5 years to 2 years. I said, nope, no. It took almost at the 2-year mark. He was right. One day I just kind of took a breath and exhaled and like, wow, I feel like myself. I didn't realize how much of my personality that working in that place for so long. And I did. I love my job. So I'm not complaining about the job. But it takes a toll on you.
Yes.
So I'd say if you can give yourself time to just exhale as opportunities come, take them. And as far as the finances, people also tell me you're gonna feel like you have more money because you don't realize how much you spend on incidentals.
Mm.
You know, somebody's doing a fundraiser, somebody's retiring, you got the lunch and you're going out for lunch. I always took my lunch, but all those little things add up. The gas money, the wear and tear on your car, all that is like, oh wow. It's I don't miss it. You know, I don't miss it. So just anybody listening, if you know it's time to go, go. And when I thought about staying because of the pressure of people, I very clearly heard the Holy Spirit say, if you stay, it's not going to go well for
Mm.
you.
Mm.
And I heeded that.
Yeah.
But
So
go ahead, every time you still have to listen to your body. You know, you hear my voice. Valerie, I got sick right after Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Finally got better. Look, they had me on a TikTok video, y'all. Just
Valerie.
No.
don't hang with Valerie. You might end up on TikTok, Facebook.
I love my
Whatever
cousins.
social media is out there. It was a lot of fun though. I'm like, what am I doing on a TikTok video? And I'm like, see, that's why you got yourself sick. Go take your old butt upstairs.
We had fun though. We had fun.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So those type of things, I don't know that I would have even had the personality to do it. You know, the joy to do it.
Yeah.
So when the Lord says go,
Yeah. Listen.
go.
Yeah. Before you get off, thank you for pushing, because I was like, I told Valerie, I said, I'm gonna kick her off if she ain't.
Look,
Yes.
she looked at me yesterday on Zoom, and I'm not going to cut into Teresa's time.
No,
And she started laughing. And Ashley said, what you laughing at? She said, I'm looking at her. And she's talking about
coming on the live.
tomorrow. She can't hardly talk. My hair was, oh, but, and I said, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna try. And that's the thing you gotta know when God is saying, go ahead, you can push, you can do this. Because it's usually for somebody else needs
Yes.
to hear it. Yeah.
Your
And
cheerleader
when,
was Valerie, because she's like, she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be
yeah,
all right.
Yeah. I said no. I said she was 3:00. She was getting ready. She coming.
Valerie said, don't start till 5. I'm like, but yeah, I'm moving kind of slow.
So
Slow with some red lipstick and
so Linda, all of y'all had a a strenuous job. All of y'all have come from that field. Um, and you were, what was your position? And not only your, after you talk, tell us what your position was, because it's one thing to work in that field, but it's another thing to be a management in that field as well. So that's a whole nother debriefing that you have to go through. And tell us about the Save the World that you're a part of today. And listen, well, I don't know
I
if you
forgot
want to
about
know.
that.
So what
So
was your position?
I forgot to mention that what was my position?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't mean to mention it. I retired from
Yes.
deputy CEO.
Yeah.
It's what I retired from. So that alone is you know,
The
stress.
politics and all that you
Politics
went through for
and
years.
they were changing real fast,
Yep.
and I wasn't keeping my mouth shut, you know, because I'm like, you gonna be a scapegoat, go, you know. But I joined a community organization called the Community Emergency Response Team. My sister nicknamed it the Save the World. We're the volunteer group that trains to be called in community emergencies. It could be in our community, it could be in other communities, it could be anything from flood. We do. I'm also part of the medical response team, so I've done flu clinics. We give, you know, flu shots, and we've given out supplies for flood victims. We also do volunteer things to inform the public. Like one of the things I, excuse me, enjoy is the community education, like teaching people how to use Narcan in case they run across someone who they think it has a drug overdose. And we do that at different community events. And yeah, and I also got certifications in Christian mental health coach, and I forgot that part. I have been a little busy. Yeah.
Yeah, you are busy.
But it's stuff that I enjoy doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But every community has a community emergency response team that's worthwhile, even if you just go and get the trainings. You basically learn life support, how to save lives, how to, you know,
Disasters, right?
it can be a disaster. Sometimes it's just like the latest thing is with the cold weather is coming and doing intake at homeless shelters, the temporary shelters they set up for cold blue, doing the intake for that. And you stay overnight, but we're not there. If there's no police presence, then we don't stay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's to save the world. But me and my neighbor joined. We had to go into they train you how to actually put out a fire. Like you see the firemen in training, and they have to use the big hoses and stuff. They trained us how to do that. How to find victims in a dark space. So it's a lot of good training, and right now it's free, but a lot has been cut.
Yeah. So that if anybody's interested in getting involved in their community, I think that would be something to look into.
Yeah,
It covers a lot of fields.
yeah.
It's a lot of different fields as she talks about it. But
Just
yeah,
look for search CERT if you're interested. And just
BER,
CERT.
CER2.
T.
Community Emergency Response Team. We lost Valerie.
Yeah, I guess she'll be
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Well, thank you. And anytime you really need to go ahead and get off, she has an injury right now. And anytime you need to get off, you can. Teresa has a different story of retirement and
Mhm.
what she has done. Um, sorry.
No.
Teresa, tell us about how you was working. Well, I'm gonna let you tell your story.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you tell your story how you were working and how that took place.
Can I say something?
You sure can.
My daughter just texted me. Okay, Mom, time to log off.
You've done enough.
Thanks for your contribution. Thank you, daughter.
Those daughters.
Bye-bye.
See
Get
you.
some rest.
Yeah. We got to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to log off. I'll still be listening. I'm gonna sit here and listen and not talk.
Okay.
All right. My story is it's different in that I was absolutely ready to retire. I was ready to retire. But I worked for the Juvenile Justice Commission all my life. I graduated from college in 1988 and I retired from the state in December of 2019. So very close to you, right before the pandemic. But I was retired. I retired looking forward to what I was going to do. And what I planned on doing, that lasted for 1 year. So I didn't plan on starting my own business or anything like that. I when I retired, I was working in the contracts unit because I made a decision for my pension's sake to to work in the contract unit so my pension would be better than doing what I was doing before. Um, I was still working with uh, the residents, we called them.
What were you doing?
So I ran a couple administrative meetings, um, and I um, worked in the contract unit. So I managed contracts, did oh goodness, quality control, that kind of thing,
Mm.
with mental health contracts and substance abuse contracts. So that's what I did in the end. That's what I did in the end. But I would still have run meetings. So even going into the meetings, my patience was, thin with the residents, but also I was in, I'm a social worker at heart. So some of the meetings, I worked in the business office. So I just, I was just ready to go. But I retired in 2019, but in 2015, that's when I graduated with my master's degree in social work. And I started doing um, in-home counseling or in community counseling where I would go to um, youth. I worked with teenagers. I would go to their homes, take them out, and I did my counseling that way. That that was the vision that I have had for retirement. That I would do that, and that was it. I was doing it while I was working full time, but I said, okay, I can retire, be home. They get out of school, I go see them, and then that would be the end of it, and I could, ride off into the sunset. However, it had become challenging for me working with the children in home because you saw a lot more. In essence, we were never the parents, but the residents when I was working with juvenile justice, they were home with us. The parents or families, they would come visit on the weekend, or they would have calls. So basically, they were with us. But being close to them and their challenges, and then maybe having to make a referral to Child Protective Services. That part was heavy, and I couldn't do that anymore. But at the same time, my heart for the mothers, the parents, and so God really, like Linda said, my plan was one thing, his plan was another. And I also started doing outpatient with women, and I was working. Her name is Dr. Clack, and a beautiful woman, like a mentor to me in the therapy space. Um, and I was gonna be happy with that, working for her forever. And that's what I was going to be doing. And I was also have always been active in church as an adult. So I never really would have been just retired. I don't really ever see myself just retired. I don't know. Maybe not.
Let me say something right there, because all of y'all are active in church along with everything else you do. And I wanted to just iterate that even though you guys are doing other things, that you all are active in church as well.
Yes. Oh, but God told me. So I also joined the group, and around the same time, the 1212 community. So you're always pushed not to do more, not just to do something. So I don't want to get that impression, but to do what God called you to do. And she's very in tune, Alicia Johnson, and you're very in tune with what that is. So I was sitting in the meeting. Now I'm retired. I'm already retired. I'm sitting in the meeting with, Dr. Clack and I said, God, why? And she was talking about all the things that, the company would be doing going forward. And I was saying, God, this is perfect. Why do I have to leave? Why do I have to start my own thing? I can just do this. And he said, because if you don't, you will always be hiding behind her.
Wow.
And so I had to step out on my own. And then I also wrote a book. And so here I am, serving God, and even everything that I do is serving God. I have my own therapy practice. God blessed me with a love for mindfulness meditation. So I come on Leslie's show every Thursday morning. And I also have my own small community where every Tuesday night I lead breath work and, meditation sessions. It's free. It's for anybody. It's Christ centered. So you don't have to worry about that if you're interested. But it's a beautiful it's a beautiful life, and I love what you said. I'm retired, not expired. I will be saying that from now on and give credit for it.
Yeah, that is good.
Because even though I'm busy, I have the flexibility. So I can set my own schedule. I can set my own schedule. I can go when I want to. I can, and the other blessing is I'm a grandparent of a 4-year-old, and my daughter and my grandson, they live with us. But if he's sick, she doesn't have to call anybody, or she doesn't have to make a decision. Do I go to work or do I stay home? I'm able to be there for her like that. And it's a blessing to be able to do it. And so, yeah, that's my story. That's my retirement story.
And it's a good one.
Can I just go back real quick with Teresa, what you said? Like some things are just innate, they're just in you. And when you said, like, I had to think about that too because I retired from substance abuse counseling. However, I often find myself counseling others and
Mm.
at times total strangers. And I remember one time I was complaining to one of my friends, and he was like, "That's your gift from God. Stop blocking it. If that's what you're meant to do, just go ahead and do it." And I find that that still stays with me to this day.
Amen. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Um,
There you go.
I know Alfreda had some questions that
I
she
mean,
wanted, look, turning up her lips. She was going to ask. And Linda is in the back listening as well. I did put your, I don't know if I put the right place. Which link, Teresa? I put the encouragement counseling link in there. But what's the link for the meditation? Isn't there a different link or is that the same one? No, it's a different one, right?
So if you go on the website,
Okay.
there is a page for that. I have another daughter, Sydney. She's a graphic designer and
Mm.
she helps me tremendously. So God knew that too. God knew that too. But if you go on the website that she has, there is a page for the mindful living community, and the link is there. And so it's every Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
9 p.m. for
So
about 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
20
Mm.
minutes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then on Thursdays, she's on, what do we do? 15 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
And she's speaking to us. And then she'll do a technique. So
Mhm.
you can join us on Thursday mornings around 10:30, and you'll see her there as well. She's also does Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the 1212 community doing the same thing.
Mhm.
She
Beautiful.
does the bowls, what they call
Sound bowls.
the
Sound
sound
bowls.
Oh,
bowls.
oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes, so I'll put that in the link as well. The 12. You keep hearing us talk about the 1212 community, which we Linda, myself, Teresa, and Alfreda are very involved in, which is Lisa Johnson, which is the creator of the 1212 community. And that's why we're here today, because of Alicia telling us to do this. But I want to thank you ladies for being here. Your stories are so awesome, and just to think that I keep hearing I need to tell. Teresa, what was that you said? You were talking about that's my story. Is that what you said? Uh,
Maybe.
Lord, bring it back to me because I heard that was your next book. Um,
Mm.
Mm.
and,
Wow, that's powerful.
yeah, I might have to go back and listen to it, but yeah, that was your next book. That's my story. I think you said something like that.
Yeah, I did.
Uh-huh. And I was going to say, wait a minute, when did you do that book? And then I heard, no, that's her next book. So I don't know if you was
Wow.
playing on
Yeah, I
right.
did write a book. I don't know if I mentioned that.
The devotional, right? Or
Yes,
something else.
it's called Loving Me, a 21-day devotional rooted in God's word.
And they can also find that on the same link, right?
Yes.
Yes. Hmm.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a devotional, you might want to tap into Teresa's page and get her book. You have Linda's book, um,
Mhm.
Burn
Burn the
Box.
Ashes, or Burn the Boxes and Surrender the
Surrender the
Ashes.
ashes.
Yes.
It's a small read, but it's a powerful book. You can get
Power.
that on Amazon. That's Linda Elias. It's a powerful book. And
Mm.
no matter what part you're in, you can find yourself
Yeah.
in that book. So
Yes.
I encourage those of you that are on here to get those two books. And so I came here to Well, what happened was I had a serious car accident. I don't even remember the year. It had to be around 2018 or 2019, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
It was before that, but I was taking my granddaughter Sanaya to school, and I was getting ready to go to work, and this lady behind me rammed me and ran me into a truck in front of me.
Mm, mm,
I didn't know if I would ever walk again.
mm,
And during that time, I wasn't able to lift boxes or anything like that because what I was doing, I was working at the church at the time as administrator, and then I did on the side. I would work for American Card Greeting,
mm.
and I would go into the store and do the props and put the cards in and things like that. But I couldn't lift the boxes anymore, so I wasn't able to do that. And then Ashley, which lives here in Georgia, she had a child, little Marquise. I have to tell y'all a funny story. He came in yesterday and he said, "My mom," he had went to basketball practice and him and his dad went to the store. He said, "I was in the store and I saw this nun and I said to myself, my mom and that nun could be good friends because both of y'all are going to glory."
Oh. Wait, how old is Marquise now?
Right.
7.
7.
So
Oh, he's too
I
much.
guess I need to put on
Mhm.
a nun uniform or something. I don't know. But I came here to help her. She also had an immune system disease going on, and there was times when she couldn't even get out the bed.
Mhm.
And in the process of that, I came here to help her. Now they diagnosed her. They have her on a medication, and she's
Mhm.
doing so much better. But
Good.
that's how I ended up here and on retirement. And one of the things I told I said, Lord, only way I could come here if I can get retirement or something like that. And Adrian worked with this lady, and this lady was like, does your mom get her spousal retire spousal support, which I didn't even know I could get.
Mm.
And she was like, sign up for that. And I signed up for it. And I got, because my husband was deceased, I was able to get his
Yeah.
security at that time. And that's how I started my retirement. So it is a plus. It is a plus. And, everybody, you hear your story, but you also see how God was intentional with your story.
Mhm.
You can
Mhm.
see his handiwork and what each and every one of you are doing. And I think that that is so powerful,
Mhm.
so powerful. And you guys know I call him Elohim, which is his Hebrew name. It is so powerful that he loves you. He knew beforehand you were going to be here. He knew
Mhm.
beforehand that you was going to be the queen of the senior citizen. He knew you were going to be doing sound bowls. He knew it. He knew Alfreda, even though she thinks that she don't have anything to do, that she was going to be traveling. She was
Mm.
going to be in the office working for her, and not really working. She
Right.
volunteers for her daughter and son's business.
Can I say something?
You sure can.
So Alfreda is one of the biggest encouragers and supporters of
Everybody,
people that I know.
everybody.
Mhm.
Because even in me and my journey and everything that I've been doing, Alfreda is there supporting you, cheering you on. And I know she's
Mhm.
that to so many people. And even though it's not a defined role, right? I don't have you on as my cheerleader or my supporter. It's not an official role for you to, that's just what you do. And so even though it's not a paid position, it's not something that has a title or anything like that, what you do, just being you, is so just extremely valuable and powerful. And so I'm just saying that just because I appreciate you in my life. But just don't minimize the gift that you have and that God has given you. And that really is reaping you many benefits.
Mhm.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Uh-huh.
Yes.
I'm not, she'll be able to tell her story how he has met her need over and over again, even in retirement. Provision. She has seen provision on so many different levels.
Yes.
And Valerie, don't be surprised if you get a encouragement from her tomorrow morning. Now that she'll add you to her list, and every day
Yes.
you'll be getting a encouragement from her. But
Yes,
that's in her
appreciate it.
heart.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's in her heart. That's not
Mhm.
just something. That is something that has that comes from her heart. Let me
Yeah.
just take a moment before, and we're about to get off, but to those that are on, I want to thank you so much for being here. Um, uh, I see Denise and I see Smiley for Dot, DCT. I saw I spoke to Ashley Sydney, Pastor Darlene. I saw her on here. Oh, there was somebody. Mike, thank you so much for being here. Miss Christina, which is my niece, thank you for being here. Appreciate it so much. But for us to be able to, the point that we want to get across to you, and as my cousin Valerie put it so gracefully, uh, just because you're retired, you do not have to be expired.
Right.
People sometimes think that when they go into retirement, that they don't have anything. There's nothing for them to do,
Plenty.
and they get stuck there. There is so much
Mhm.
out here for you to do, even in retirement, that could help you. Uh, Look, if it ain't nothing but going to the gym
Mhm.
and working
Mhm.
out. I go to the gym. My my main days is Monday and Wednesday, and I'm in there all morning.
Oh,
I'm in 3 different classes. By the time I come home, I'm beat. But that is a part of my regimen. I look forward to that. I look
mhm,
forward to,
mhm.
and I see the benefits in my body. Was going through this thing where I could when I got up in the morning, my feet would hurt so bad I could hardly walk. And
Mhm.
since I've been working out, um, I don't have that anymore. I see the benefits of 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 the importance of keeping our bodies moving. And I'm
Moving.
not saying you have to go to the gym, but I'm saying find something, keep your body active. Don't just lay there and say, I'm retired now. I'm not going to do anything, because
Gain
you'll just
weight.
wither away. And
Yeah.
we don't want you to wither away. We want you to be vibrant and alive and keep
Yes. Yes.
moving. So and when I saw Valerie at the senior citizen, and I said, Valerie, I don't know if I said, why are you going to the senior citizen or something like that. But I was just like, but to see how effective it has been, even
Yes.
to watch her.
Yes. This is one of the most active senior centers. There's the senior dancers. There's the senior. That we play bingo. We play. What is it else? We have art. We have. They have meditation. It's just so many activities. And every occasion, we may have a Valentine party. We just had a New Year's Eve brunch. So everybody stays active, and there's one MC that when he comes to the event, he gets everybody up and moving. He's like, no, everybody's saying when we play bingo, this another gentleman. He said, no, we're gonna start on a good note. Everybody stand up, stretch. Everybody just give me, I don't care what you do. If you even if you just do this, I need you to get up and move. So
And there's some line dancing
yeah,
people.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, line.
yeah. We had a parade, 4th of July. This year we didn't have it because there was a bad flood. But the last year, 4th of July, they're on the parade. I was on the float, and then the seniors were dancing. They had their little dance group.
Right.
So I mean, they really are active. So you just have to find your right niche
Mhm.
and stuff. And when you find your right niche, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
Dorinda, I think I'm saying that right, from Baton Rouge. Thank you so much for being here. Pastor Darlene from Clayton, North Carolina. They're from we have North Carolina on here, we have Florida on here, we have the UK
Ah,
on here.
ah.
We just appreciate you all being here.
Can I
But
say something?
I'm getting ready to ask you, what's your question?
No, I mean, they really answered the question. But
Okay.
before I do that, let me say this. Yes, I recognize that I do have the gift of encouragement. I know that's the gift God has given me, and when I was doing it, now I thank God that I have the opportunity that I don't have to be at work trying to send stuff out. I could do it at home, because I wasn't supposed to be on my phone, but I was trying to get all my encouragement out before the kids get there. And I am glad that I am retired because it was getting stressful at the job.
Mm,
I knew
What
that
did
I
you
had to
do?
leave.
What did you used to do? What
I
did you
work with
retire
autism
from?
children. I work with
mm,
children with autism,
mm,
and it's hard when the parents don't care, and it's hard when you got teachers have doing their jobs and people don't care. That bothers me because I really care about kids, and
mm,
I used to tell my coworkers, and I'm from old school, and I used to watch Patty, Helen Keller, and Helen Keller ended up writing
Helen
7
Keller.
books. Helen
mm,
Keller, if she could learn, if she can learn being deaf and blind to write 7 books to do what she can, our children can learn. There's no
mm,
excuse. There's no excuse that these people can't teach our children and where they can be educated. So that bothered me. So I know it was getting stressful to me. I know I had to leave, even
mm.
though I might not wanted to, but I had to go. Cause like you said, you gotta look out for yourself and my health. I had to look after my health.
Yes.
Make sure my blood pressure. Yeah, it was time for me to go. Even though I did plan it, I said I'll wait till I get to 70, then I'm
Mm,
out.
mm,
And that's what I did. So, like I said, I am using my gift. I'm excited in the point that I am using my gift of encouragement to send out to different ones now. And also, I got the greatest joy that I'm there for my grandkids.
yeah.
One is just graduated from Morehouse.
Oh,
One is in law school. So one work
yeah.
near me.
And
So I take her to work, pick her up. If my grandson need me, I do for him as well. So that's my greatest joy that I'm able to help them out because I'm
Mm-hmm.
retired
Mm-hmm.
and my family. And yes, I do let people know because I'm retired. Just don't call me. Don't call. Ask me to do anything. Don't take it. Don't think that I'm just gonna jump and run for you because I'm retired. I don't do that. You ask me, I can say yes or no. It's my choice.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
So I am blessed in that form. I'm blessed that, like I said, I can help my daughter and my son-in-law out. Um, yeah, organizing stuff. Because I'm an organizer, so I'm excited about that. I'm just excited that being I could get up what I want, do what I want, go where I want. So yes, I'm excited about that. I don't have to worry about I get back to work in a certain time and all this. I don't have to do none of that.
So we're
And
not
yes,
going to
God
hear.
has really blessed me. So you really answered the questions. You answered the question because where you said you had to find that gift, to find that
Niche.
gift that fits you, to
Mm-hmm.
keep you going, to keep you moving in as you retire. Yeah, so that's good. And then even though I'm retired, like you said, I'm not expired. So that's really powerful right there. So
Mm-hmm.
that really gives you something to look at, and as you continue to move forward, get up and move, and you can change your mindset. It's all
Yep.
about movement, like you said. Get that movement in, so you won't feel like oh. I don't want to feel like that. I want to be. I told God, I want to be there. I want to be a burden on my family, my daughter, nobody. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to do for myself as long as He allowed me to, where I could get up and move around myself. Cause I see how a lot of people nowadays, um, if they're struggling and all that. I don't want to be like that. I want to be a burden on no one. I want to be able
Mm-hmm.
to take care of myself till it's time for He said for me to go. Time for me to go. But I want to take care of myself. So I
Mhm.
know that
Yeah.
my health and my rest is very important. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for
Mm,
the platform.
thank you.
Thank
Um,
you. Rita.
yeah, and a year ago, tomorrow, I was sick.
Mhm.
I had pneumonia.
Mm.
I had septic.
Mm.
Had the flu. I had
Mm.
bronchitis.
Oh.
I had there was I had a nodule that they're watching, but I was dying and didn't even realize it. And
Mm.
my son-in-law told Ashley, he said he called, texted her or something, and said I'm taking her to the hospital. Uh, s- I watched her sit here for an hour and try to open a box and never got it open. When I
Mm.
got to the hospital, they couldn't even find, my blood pressure was so low that they couldn't even take vitals and things like that. And
Mhm.
the hospital, this was the interesting thing. The hospital was so full, people was lined up against the wall, and they
Mm.
had, when I came in there, I got the registration lady that took me in was the supervisor of registration.
Mhm.
Mm.
And she said, I'm taking her to a special room. And I was like, oh, I'm going to a special room. And it was the only room in the hospital, and it was in the psych ward.
Oh.
And the doctor comes in, he said, you know, you're in the psych ward, right? I was like, no. I said, special, that's about right. But I was in that unit for
Mm.
about 3 days. I think it
Mm.
was 3 days, and
Mm.
they when I came in, they was I was they had there was three nurses. I was like, "Oh, y'all working on me at one time." I had no idea the condition I was in, but I'm thanking Yahweh today that
Mm.
I'm here, able
Mm.
in my right mind, activities of my limbs, and
Mm.
you know, just able to do things. And one of the things Alicia told me, because I'm always like, I can't do this yet, and I can't. She's like, give yourself grace. You know,
Mm.
we're
Mm.
talking about
Mm.
grace, and that's why I'm
Mm.
saying it.
Yes.
You went through a traumatic experience. Give your
Mhm.
Mhm.
body grace. You
Yes.
know, you're doing things. You might not be doing them the way you were doing it before you got sick, but you're doing them.
Yep.
And it's so important that we are thankful for where we are.
Mm.
Yeah, you say that, and I said when I told part of my story before, and when the doctor told me that my hemoglobin was a 3, and then next day, because she said you have to have a transfusion, she sat by my bed, held my hand, and I was like, okay. At that point, I went to visit her at the hospital, and I mean at her office afterwards, and I asked her. I said, let me ask you a question. There are certain religious groups that will not allow transfusions. And I said, so what if I were refused transfusion? And I'll never forget, she said you would have died. When she said that, I dropped to my knees and I praised God and I said, thank you. And I thanked her for pushing me to. So, yes,
Mm.
sometimes some people have to intervene for you. But
Yeah,
I know that was God. I know that
mm,
was God.
I know that's right. Because that I told Ashley, I said this flu is weird. It just feels weird,
Mm.
not knowing that it was more than that. But
Yeah.
it's all because of the grace that each and every
Yes.
one of us get.
Yes.
And Alfreda, just real quickly, tell us some of the provision, and we're going to get off of here.
Oh
Uh,
God.
tell us some of the provisions that's taken place in your life.
All right. So uh
Start with your
about like
house.
5 years ago, I woke at the house. Um my daughter and my grandson 5 years ago, we're going 6. My grandson just graduated from high school, so we living out in the suburbs. So my daughter and son-in-law sold the house, and I went to stay with a friend of mine. So I had put applications in for senior places or looking for places, and I didn't want to live in the city. I did not want to live back in the city. I
Mhm.
wanted to stay out in the suburbs where I was, and so I was just waiting for the response, and I was on a call with Alicia one-on-one calls, and she was asking, "Well, how I go with for how's the housing coming along?" So I said, "Well, I have an application, and I'm just still waiting for them to respond." And And then I was said, you know, the funny thing, my daughter and my son-in-law, they're realtors. And she said, yeah, I need to smack you. You got daughter and son in real estate. You're not getting them to help you. I said no. So I never thought about it. Looking for a home and then like that. So okay, I said okay, I'm gonna say something to my daughter what I did. She gave me a number and all that. So this happened around right after Father's Day, right? Cause I wanted to see my brother to take him a gift. Cause I always give him a gift every Father's Day, and he said how things coming along. I said fine. I said I'm just waiting for him to, get back with me for as my house. He asked the same question. I'm just waiting for him to get back with me. He said okay, well. Okay, so I left him and I went home. I was on my way home. I was home. He called me back like 10 minutes later. He said, I got a house for you if you want it.
Mm.
I said, you got a house for me? I said, where is it? Where is it? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I said, where is it? So he told me where it is. Like this down in the hood, this down the bottom. Yeah, I know where it is. We back in Philadelphia, down the bottom is the hood, really hood. He said down on Olive Street, down there, 40th Street. He said, you can have it if you want it. So he gave me the address. I one came to see it. I showed pictures one day. I came to look at the house. So he had gutted it all out. So he said to me, he said, don't look at what you see now. Look beyond that.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I said, okay. He said, look beyond it. Don't look what you see. Look beyond it. So that's what I did. So I said, okay, I'll take it. Because I'm like this. My mother, I come from old school. My mother, my grandmother, if somebody going to give you a home, you be a fool not to take it. So, so I wasn't going to be no fool. So I took the house. So he gave me, I got the house, and I made it me. And when he comes in here, he said, you really got it looking good here. I'm really proud of you. And just a couple weeks ago, he came here because I had him find me a new stove. He found it, and he came in there. When he came here, the guys put it up. He said, mommy will really be proud of you, and that really touched my heart because my mother was an interior designer, and my home is full of loving people. Everybody don't come in my house. Everybody's not invited to my house because my house is love and peace. I don't want that friction, none. I don't want all that. Not in here because this is my sanctuary, and this is where I come to relax and stress. Because I never brought my work in here. I left my work once I got to my house. I left my work in the car. So once I walk through my doors, that's my sanctuary. I can rest whatever. So then it's like a month. I think it's a month.
So wait now. Let me just throw this in there as well. Her brother bought her furniture.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Let me tell you this. Let
Oh,
me tell you about this.
you've
So
been blessed.
I ordered
Right.
furniture. I ordered furniture. I did because I've been planning. I know that I'm gonna move.
Right.
I'm gonna take the house. I'm looking for furniture. So I ordered furniture. I ordered furniture. I think it was from what's that
Was a
from
way
different place,
way
Wave or
fair.
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
so my brother said to me, he said, "Don't no furniture come in boxes you don't put together." He said something like that to me. So I said, so he didn't like it. He said, no, that's not, no, you don't do that. So what I did, he said, okay. So the next day, when he came and seen that, he said, ain't no furniture you got to put together, come in no boxes. So I said, okay. So the next day, it was a Sunday, I think it was a Sunday, I'm not sure. He called me. He said, meet me at Macy's in Cherry Hill.
Oh,
I said, Macy's, he said, right down from Morristown Mall.
Mm,
So I
mm,
went
mm.
there. See, he took him in there. He been there already. So he seen what he want me to get. So he took me in there and he told me he had me pick up my bedroom furniture. He said three of them he picked. I picked one of the one he picked. And he had me pick up all my furniture from my living room. So that was grace of God. He paid for it
wow.
because
Beautiful.
he said to me, so it pays to be nice to people. I'm just saying that not just because he's my brother. But when my brother had a business, and at the time my daughter was young, and I worked in his store for him. So
Mhm.
what he could do, I run his business for him. We had a store near my grandmother's. So he said that how can I not help you take care of you when I had a business you was there for me all the time.
Mm.
So that was another grace and favor God put on my life from years ago when my daughter was like 8 and 9, and I'm 70 now. So that was just God's grace by me being a blessing, helping him out, not knowing I would need him. You know what I mean?
Mm.
At this time in my life. So yeah, he bought all the new furniture, and I just added the fixings into it. You know, like yeah, he put everything in here. He put a washer and dryer in here. He put a stove
Ooh,
in here. He put a refrigerator in here, and all I really had to do was put the accessories. So yeah, I know I was blessed.
yes,
So
you
after
were.
that,
You definitely were
3
blessed.
I'm
Yes.
definitely I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes.
And 3 months later or something like that, I get another phone call. And in between all that, he should bring me money out of the blue.
Mm.
I said, wow. Then nobody God, look, I'm grateful. That's why I do what I do because I'm grateful. I'm really
Mm.
grateful. So 3 months later, I think it was 3 months, he called me. He said, you want a car? I have a car. He
Whoa.
said, you want a car? I said, yeah, what kind? He said, he's buying his daughter another one, and he's gonna give me her car. And I thought it was a car. It was SUV. It's a Infinity
All right.
60 something. It's Infinity. I said, what? I'm getting SUV? You know. So
Affinity.
my mind like this. He blessed me with a car. So I said, I always like this. Well, he blessed me, I'm gonna bless somebody else. So
Yes.
that's when I gave
Yes.
Leslie my car. I
Yes.
didn't need it.
My car
So I,
had died.
her
See,
car
you
had
blessed her.
died.
You
Her
blessed
car
her.
had died, and
Mm, mm, mm.
I said, well, he blessed me with this. I'm gonna bless someone else. I'm not
Yes.
gonna sell it. Somebody wanted to buy it. I said, no, I'm gonna give it away because God blessed me.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm
That's
able to bless somebody to go use it. I'm gonna bless them. So that's when I gave my car to Leslie, where she be able to get around. I made sure it was taken care of before I gave it to her. So she came down and got it, and I sent it back. So I'm blessed. I had no complaint.
Amen.
I understand what provision is. I understand how God's favors on my life. Not because I'm free to, it's because the gift that He gives in me, He put in me, being
mm.
radical obedient. When He told me to do something, I do it. He told
Mm-hmm.
me to send out cards to people, I do it. He told me to just go buy gifts, I do it and send it. Then not am I rich? I'm rich in Him. So
Mm-hmm.
I know once
Mm.
I do for Him, He's going to take care of me. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm able to do the things I did do. That's why I'm glad I'm retired and I
Yeah.
can continue be a blessing to others. That's all I want to be able to be a blessing to others, like God blesses me.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you so much, ladies. The Eagles is doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. I hear Ashley up there. I'm gonna let
Oh,
y'all go.
But
that's all right.
that's how we got whole halftime. We all right.
We'll
But
be all right.
this was rich. Thank you so much
Yes.
for
Thank you.
Thank
joining
you.
me.
Thank you for
This
having me.
is
I said one more thing, Leslie. Okay, I had to give a shout out to Alicia Johnson because one for Alicia, um, pu- encouraging me because I wouldn't get on. He lets you know she's been trying to get me to get on her show for the last 5 years. I refuse.
Oh. Oh.
But when God give a warning and tell you to do something, you're gonna do it. You're gonna be radical obedient. So thank you, Alicia, for um, putting it, speaking to a lesson in my heart to do get on here and talk about retirement. I really appreciate it. So they said knowledge don't have been a blessing to you. So she had truly been a blessing. So I had to give her prompts and her flowers while she's alive. So thank you, Alicia Johnson.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah. And
Thank you
thank you,
so much,
Leslie. Yeah.
ladies.
Thank you
Thank
for
you. Thank
encouraging us all
you.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listening, well, Teresa, I'm always pulling something out of her. But Valerie, I'm gonna definitely have you back on.
Yeah.
You guys, those areas you worked in, um, people need to be encouraged that work in those areas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tough
So
jobs. Definitely
yeah,
tough jobs.
yeah,
Weighs
mhm,
a lot on you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you were able to come out from among it and still live your life. That says volumes.
Mhm.
So I thank each and every one of you for being on here. The next one will be I think it's the 22nd this month, and it'll be with another group of ladies. Valerie is saying, Leslie, you got some men in the group. You need to, in our family, you need to pull together. And I was like, yeah, I'm a little short on men this year. Shortage on men, so I'm gonna have to definitely pull them in. I want to give out shout outs to your husbands for allowing you this opportunity. I know I'm not saying control or anything like that, but Teresa could have been in there watching the game with her husband. Reggie, I don't know what Reggie doing.
He
He
in the
might be.
kitchen making dinner.
I was getting ready to say he
He
somewhere
making dinner.
cooking.
He'll still be there. It's another game tonight, so
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
okay. So thank you so much, everyone
you.
that came on. Hey, Tiff, everyone that came on, those that have said something and those that haven't. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not hit the like sign, if you have not shared or subscribed, do so. And we will see you next time. Yes, we do love you, but we can never love you the way Yahweh loves you.
Mhm.
So he wants you to know how much he loves you, and that if you're preparing for retirement, it's good. Retirement can be good. It's just like anything else in life. You have a choice. You have a choice to either make it good or not make it good. So be the best version of yourself you can, that you've been created to do. What these ladies now, they're living their best version that they were created to live in retirement.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
until we meet again, have an amazing night, and thank you so